Asante, Bo Bridges, Dennis Hopper, Ray Liotta, Fred Ward, Rutger Hauer, Richard Dreyfuss. HBO Original Movies.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
The following film takes place at Patton State Hospital, a 240-acre maximum security facility housing the criminally insane. The people you will see have committed serious crimes and are at this institution because the courts have found them not guilty by reason of insanity. At Patton State Hospital, they receive antipsychotic medicine and psychotherapy in hopes that they will one day be well enough to return to society.
Okay. Yeah, but we got lunch coming too. I need a little of that. Yeah. So, I'll leave you what I can.
Okay, whatever you can.
Okay.
Whatever you can.
You guys don't
So
have
would
any...
you stop at the nursing station up there and ask them to send some help back here? Sure. Now, we can't do anything else until I get for your court papers, okay?
He has Lionel Richie's dick.
Yeah? Hold on, let me go out and see if we got our court papers up there.
These people are trying to work with you here. It'll be okay.
That's not Lionel Richie down there. Lionel Richie's at the mastermind.
Yeah, but you know you're...
Lionel Richie is white.
You know, it's the unity.
The Black Kingdom's in trouble. You don't know who I am. And I'm going to show you. You guys, I'm the most racist. Hi, Hitler, come down here. Tell him, hi, Hitler, who I am.
There you go.
Tell him who I am. Tell Lionel Richie who I am. They all know me. This time they're not coming back. And you told me they wouldn't. Yes, Mother. I love you. Yes, Mother. I need you. Yes, and your pick on Earthlight! Oh, you guys really think you got me cornered.
Easy.
Mastermind criminal 2.3456, Daddy. Remember him? I'm the torturer. I'm the torturer. Every time you touch me, it gets worse. Oh, this is how bad I want to torture you guys. I'm the torturer! Yeah, no wonder why Patton's is the place to go. Ooh-wee.
This is Patton State
Lionel
Hospital
Richie
here.
no longer exists. Your puller no longer
And,
exists. Your mastermind no longer
we
exists.
have to treat you.
I am Patton.
We have to treat you.
I am Patton. I own Patton.
We're going to have to give you a shot
NSS,
for
here
a
he
mental
comes.
condition.
No,
okay?
you're not. I'm pregnant. And there's something here. I'm pregnant. You're not shooting me up with nothing, Mother.
You want you to take it easy, though.
There it goes! No, I don't take it easy because that means you can hurt me.
We're going to give you a shot of a medication
no,
called
you're not.
Ativan.
Oh,
it's
no,
a
you're
it's
not.
a mild tranquilizer.
Yeah, that's what you think.
And it has no effect
You know what
on
that means?
pregnant
Code
women.
669-432,
It's
Daddy.
related to Valium.
Are you going to let
and
them do it?
it will
Because
relieve
if you
this
do,
severe
you'll never see me
agitation
again.
that
I'll
you're
let everything
feeling.
get destroyed.
And we're going to have to restrain your arms because we feel that you might be assaultive to us, and we want to protect
Believe me.
you from yourself.
If you keep letting
and
them
other
abuse
people
me, and
from
I'm
you.
being abused every second.
And then we're going to have
yes,
you go out into a quiet room where you can have chance to regain control of yourself.
Boom, and we're in serfdom now.
And in the meantime, we're going to be
Serfdom.
reviewing your
Serfdom
legal
upon
records to
serfdom,
see what we can do
serfdom.
to help you more.
Then,
I'm glad you didn't spit too much. I didn't
Oh,
feel
I
it too
spit
bad.
enough to ruin everything that's in your body.
No doubt, no doubt. You would have liked to have done that, but that's okay. I forgive you for feeling that way.
If you don't side with me, buddy, I brought life to the planet. You guys want them over me. Because I'm a dirty piece of scum. A scum above scum.
This patient states that she is a 37-year-old married woman who has been found guilty, but not guilty by reason of insanity, based on arson, which caused great bodily injury. She poured gasoline on the floor of her apartment and ignited it, and she and her husband were burnt badly in their feet, legs, and arms. Her mother has a history of manic depressive illness. She has a sister who suffers from mental illness and substance abuse. And 11 years ago, her sister shot and killed the patient's twin brother.
In excess, your babies are gone.
Ms. Fernandez,
There's no dream.
my name is Gail. I'm going to give you some medication in your arm to calm you down.
They did it in Lionel Richie's name. She just shot me in the face. That wasn't a needle. They stuck.
Yes.
We need an observation treatment now.
Lizzie Borden.
How small is yours?
I wanted extra folks.
This one ought to get.
Okay. We need two, we need one. That's what I meant right there.
Well, where do they go? Just drop me off?
What's your name, young lady?
Catherine Hernandez. Why am I this big people by the people?
You'll be on this unit from now on.
Huh?
You'll be on this unit from now on.
Well, what I'm trying to
Feel
find
better?
is how did I get into Patton?
Bye-bye.
And you say your name is what?
Devin King Solomon is my
Devin
name.
King Solomon?
Is my name. It's
And
my real name.
That's
the
like
name.
that's like King Solomon in the Bible.
It don't have to be like King. It's like it's pronounced.
It is the same
the
thing
same.
as King Solomon
It is
in the Bible.
I never told them. They lied on me inside. Told them that I was that King Solomon. And if I am that, maybe I am that.
Maybe you are that.
But I know a black family prowessed against me here and been keeping me here all my life.
I see. Some black family.
Some black family that said they are my family.
That had your name changed.
Changed to Coleman said.
I see. I see. Okay, had your name changed to Coleman. Do you have any reason why you think they did that to you?
I know what. It's a secret. The FBI told me to keep it sealed.
The FBI?
Told me to keep it sealed because they're working on that now.
Okay.
Why they keeping me here this long?
Okay. We're the bottom line. Patton State Hospital is the bottom line for treatment of psychoses. They don't get any worse than they get here. And that's what we're dealing with. But remember that most of our patients do get better, and most of them do end up being able to be released within 2 to 3 years' time after treatment here.
Medication, get your meds. Come on, give it time.
What's this here? This is the medication card. This is, all of our patients get medications at least 2 times a day, and this is how we keep track of them. We have their pictures, and behind their pictures is the type of medications they're getting. They're either getting psychotropic and something to help relieve the side effects, or whatever kind of medications they need.
Mouth check, please. Excuse me, mouth check. Thank you.
Catherine, take us to your room.
Huh?
Show us your room.
If I can remember which room it is. It's right here. I had not taken medicine because I was pregnant. I brought some flammable stuff up to the kitchen, and it leaked into the air, so when I lit the stove, it exploded, see? It started a small kitchen fire, and it was considered arson. So they decided that I shouldn't be punished by going to, to jail, so they transferred me here.
So you stopped taking your medication, and then did something start to happen?
Yeah, I became high. So that's what happened.
Is it scary to be in that state?
No, it feels good. That's why I don't need to take drugs or drink or anything, because it feels so good. You feel like you're a semi-god or a goddess or something. You feel so good. I mean, if everybody was a manic, they'd need no alcohol or drugs, really. I'm not an addictive personality. I don't have addiction problems, but there's a lot of people that do.
Oh, when I first took Navain, man, I thought I was going to die because it made me like an old man with broken bones.
Yeah, man. I don't like Navain, and I don't like... I passed out when they gave me a shot of Thorazine here.
Oh, really? I've had Haldol. A lot of people say Haldol is really dangerous.
It is. It made me sick.
No, it didn't bother me any. Haldol was just fine with me, but when I first took Navain, my God, I didn't know what happened, man. The second I took it, it just took effect right away, but now I'm used to it. I want more of it. So, yeah.
So what we're trying to do is try to keep well so we can get back into the normal society, right?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Hopper. How you doing? I can't say I'm the owner of Bank of America, can I? Of course I can. Hi, I'm the owner of Bank of America. How are you today? One of my great delusions. Hamburgers smell good.
Well, when I was in my 20s, I was still a kid. You know, I didn't really grow up. I was still a teenager in my 20s. And I didn't know what I wanted to do in my life for a living, because I used to attend the University of Houston, right? And I dropped out after the first year, and I didn't know what to do. So I started practicing drumming. And I said, well, I'll come to California. Maybe I could get in a bar band or something, you know? With a little practice and a good set. And that's when I committed my crime. I've been in here ever since, 1978.
What was your crime?
I killed a police officer. I was frightened, scared. He was doing something fishy. I had an eviction notice, and I started to dump everything out of my apartment. The last thing I had was my gun. So I wanted to keep my gun, so I tucked it in my belt and went downstairs, and the police car pulled up with no headlights on. He got out of the car and said, hey, kid, come here for a minute. So I pulled out my gun, I shot a freeze. That's how paranoid I was of how fishy he was being. Instead of freezing, he goes for his gun, so I shot him, and he apparently died. People aren't ready to forgive a crime like that, especially police worship. My jury was police worship. I don't think I had a fair trial. They really don't care. You kill a cop, they want to see you get the gas chamber. You know, that's how most people really are about this whole thing. So I may never get out of here for the rest of my life. I've been mentally ill for a long time, but I don't believe that was the reason I committed my crime. I think it was normal fear. I don't think it was paranoia. I've been on medications before I committed my crime because of the spiritual devils I see off into the distance. I thought I was crazy too. Maybe I needed help because that's considered crazy. Yet I really see them, and I can't believe my mind is really that good where it could make these images up. Out of all the guys on the scenery, how many think are too dangerous to get out of here? Really? Because I don't.
There are very many patients here in this institution that are too dangerous to get out. Very many.
I don't get that impression. I got the impression that most of them could function just as well, you know, in the community.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, there's a few of them that are, you know, have homicides and things like serious. But I think the majority of them are pretty sociable and friendly.
All kinds of varieties. You know, it has to deal with being a madman and all the madmen. And it's about Aladdin's lamp or Aladdin saying the genie. And it goes, watching him dash away, swinging an old bouquet of dead roses, sake and strange divine. You'll make it. Passionate, bright young things. Takes him away to war. Don't fake it. Saddening glissando strings. You'll make it. Who will love Aladdin sing?
Maybe we could go over some of what you did in Dr. Melancharbel's group.
Well, he had me get up in front of the group and yell very loudly that I'd never ever be afraid ever again, and I yelled it out pretty loudly. And it had some kind of an effect on my brain to where I don't fear as much. Okay. I think it's pretty normal.
Can you do that? Can you do that now?
I suppose I could.
You could? Okay, let's see you do that.
I will never ever be afraid ever again. And that has some kind of an effect on my brain to where I don't fear as much.
So how do you feel right now?
Fine.
Do you feel different than before?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to talk to me about today?
Well, my crime area, I'm in here for shooting somebody. I thought he was after me, and I thought he was poisoning my water bottle. And I'd thought since 1977, this had gone on for a number of years. I'd felt that the townspeople were persecuting me via this communication system that they were honing in on me. They were broadcasting my thoughts to other people, and that other people would in turn persecute me. And it got so bad to where I thought they were poisoning my water, so I purchased a Mauser rifle. And I remember hiking up the trail, and this guy turned around and he said, there's plenty of room in the back. And I didn't know what he meant by that, but I figured he was poisoning my water. So I ran down the trail, and I remember I pulled the bolt back on my Mauser rifle, and I up and I shot, and I hit him through here at 35 yards, and I nicked his heart. And I was so angry, plus being scared, and I pulled the bolt back on my Mauser again, and I pulled up and I shot and I nicked his heart again.
And then what were you feeling?
Well, I remember as I was squeezing the trigger, I felt very ugly inside.
But before and after that, it was just rage. I was very angry and scared.
Do you think that was your illness?
Oh, yeah.
I resigned.
Isn't that one of those shop problems?
Find another one? No. Chess is a game that is better played one. And I haven't got that particular savoir-faire on this particular game. You dig?
Don't tell nobody, don't. So this place is coeducational? Definitely. How does that work out? Pretty good when there's nobody in there.
There, on my road.
I already showed them to him.
Oh, okay. I made the hanger. Used to have a bar across there. I put 2 screws up in a piece of string. We were allowed hangers. And this is how I hang my clothes. And that's my house. Didn't clean up, but I'm on my way to do laundry. I just do it to stay busy, you know what I mean? Or otherwise I go crazy too. So I'm on my way to do laundry now. If the laundry machine's open, there's one wash for 40 people, which is kind of ridiculous, but that's the way it is.
Okay. Thank you, Willoughby. I murdered my fiance, and I did this when I was in a psychotic rage. I think that for the most part, I never really had any violent tendencies in my life, and something snapped at some point, and I began thinking things that weren't real. And I began having paranoid thoughts and believing people were trying to get me. And I thought she was one of the people that was trying to hurt me. I couldn't stop the feeling until I murdered my fiancée. And then it was like the end of a movie. It was all over. It stopped as fast as it started. Suddenly, I was Chris Clark again, and my fiancée was there lying on the floor, but the person that did that crime wasn't there anymore. As though someone else came into my body and did that. I can't use that excuse. I can't tell people I didn't do that crime, but I didn't. Someone else did it. Someone I've never known. And I don't want to ever meet that person again.
Chris,
Got like a Martha burger.
I have to tell you, we have no avocado.
That's fine.
Chili size and lemonade if you got it.
Okay, thank you.
And you've got to, when you get out there, just concentrate on yourself and say that you can please people, but you can put limits on that. You can say, hey, I can only go this far with this person, and I need to give to myself. And then just stop and then go fishing, do something that'll just take your mind off of it before you stress out again. Because that's what happened. I really believe that. If you have to come back here, we're still here to treat and help. Don't feel it's a failure if you have to come back.
Pick up a cup of chili. Extra onions.
Every day they have to bring my meds up. At 11 or whatever it is, 12, and I have to take them. No problem. I am. Got an order. The last thing I remember before it happened was that I believed that me and Joy were possessed and were going to hell, and I didn't want us to go to hell, and I thought the only way we'd be saved, we'd have to die now. If we lived any longer, that's what it would be. And then the other part of my mind was thinking that the devil himself was trying to kill us both. And I remember being terrified. And I remember thinking, I don't want her to have no horrible death because it was on Halloween. And I thought, you know, there would be some kind of sacrifice or something. That's the way we would die. And I was going, you know, to take her life like that. And I smothered her, you know. I mean, she was asleep. She was already asleep. So she didn't go through any pain because she was already asleep. And I've learned to think about Joy as my little girl's name, the way it was before all this happened. And the comfort I have is that all the time she was alive, I was good to her, and she knew I loved her, and she loved me. And it just will always be a hole, an emptiness that no human being can fill for me, that she's gone.
On the hillside, I thought, yes, it was my sins that put him there. I reached in there and got my gun, pistol, out from the holster. I said, Lord, I can't go this anymore. I'm dying. I'm so tormented.
This is where he goes to heaven.
I said,